Did you know that in the great wet and wild state of Ohio, that July is the hottest month? Yeah, and guess what time of day and week and month and year it is? July. So there are lots of ways that we can combat the heat, and one of my favorite ways is to wear as little clothing as I can. And one of the most socially acceptable ways of doing that is a giant sack dress, also known as a sundress. So this week, we're on the hunt for the perfect summer dress. But it's not really a hunt and more of a quest because we're making it. Hi, I'm Kathleen, and the goal is to end this video with a bespoke, one-of-a-kind summer dress that really speaks and feeds our souls during these hellish furnace months. First, we're gonna thrift a base garment. And second, we're going to use thrifted materials like fabrics, sheets, curtains to make some big, beautiful, summery appliques to just put all over that thing. Maybe a little something like this, maybe a little something like this. So come in, we've got AC in here, and let's tackle this project together. First, let me tell you about the plan. When I'm tackling a new creative project or something that I don't have a lot of experience in, I love organizing all my ideas to make sure that things stay straight in my brain. And Milanote, the sponsor of today's video, is the perfect tool for helping us with exactly that. So I'm currently using Milanote to help us organize our fashion-forward thrift flip project, and I love how easy it is to keep all of my ideas in one place. Ooh, scampy. So as you can see, I have my main project board here, and it's organized into columns. We've got the details, my inspo, and a few subboards for when I need to jump in a little deeper. Like I have my sketches in a separate board so they're not distracting me visually. I have my shopping list for the things that I'm looking for at the thrift store. I'm also going to add another to-do list to make sure no little baby step gets lost in the fray. Well, when I just put it down like that, it doesn't seem so hard. I also find it really helpful to keep all of my learning resources together. So I've added all of the YouTube tutorials that I found here simply by pasting the link to the video. If you need a jumping off point, there are over 100 templates that you can get started with, including fashion project-based templates. Whenever I stumble across something that I think is cute and inspiring, I can use the Milanote web clipper to really easily pop all that visual goodness directly into my board. Oh, there it is. Boom. It's all coming together. So if you want to try it out for yourself, Milanote is available for free with no time limit, and you can sign up using the link in my description and start your next creative project. Thank you, Milanote. Now, looking at my to-do list, it looks like the next thing to do is gather our materials. So I think we need to head to the thrift store. Let's go. There's literally a boombox blaring the YMCA. It's a good day. Am I gonna get a copyright strike for these bumpin' tunes? I dare you. Pretty. From my inspiration board, we're looking for just like a basic long dress. Something swingy, you know? Something really basic so that we can add huge, colorful appliques and make it exactly what we want it to be. So far, I found nothing. So, squiggly wigglies. We continue. Not gonna lie, the search has been unkind to me, but I did find the basicest of all basics. Fluttery, long, white dress. I mean, that's pretty much exactly what I was looking for. Maybe I was hoping for a brighter color, but I guess we're adding color with the appliques. So, I guess I'll show you when I get home. Okay? Okay, bye. Oh, I forgot. Like, the main reason we're here is also to get fabric to make said appliques to the sheets. Follow me. Now this is where we get crazy. Blue, lime green, pink. Oh, I love this color. Oh, it's gonna be hard to decide. Are you ready for this? The back's even better. I don't know about all that staining in the middle, but I kind of want this. Hello, beautifuls. Best thing about hot Midwestern summers is that you can just leave your thrifted purchases in the car and all the bugs that could potentially be in them will be cooked. I'm not a scientist. I don't know if that actually works. I can't get that hot in here. Let's wash this stuff. I would have washed it anyways. I might be stinky, but I'm not nasty, you know? Laundry room reveal. Get in there. Goodbye, Pooh. Enjoy your swim. Let's grab a little treat and go work on some designs, okay? There's someone in my driveway. Please don't get out. Please just turn around. Oh, he's getting out. Do I need to bark at him? Anyways, what do you want? What do you want for a snack? I don't have any marbles. All right, are we ready to see the dress, the base garment that I found? It's almost perfect. It's her. So here's why I say almost perfect. It's pretty much the exact silhouette I could ever want. Has these cute little adjustable ribbon ties at the shoulder, little gathering up at the bust, and what a great canvas to add some applique. But why am I out of breath? Are we noticing anything about the bottom hem and how high and or low it might be? It's got a freaking high-low hem. And you know, as far as high-low hems go, it's not that drastic. And there's nothing objectively wrong with the high-low hem. I just don't really like them. Like, it could be worse. And my friend was like, why don't you just, you know, hem it so it's all the same length? And that's not a bad idea. But also, what if I used little pins in the back to create some cute movement, a slight bustle, and then we get an extra fun detail? Another thing I really like about this dress is that it's double layered, so it's gonna have some weight to it. And we'll have a nice little lining layer on the inside. Now, this dress was $18 at the thrift store. And I think it's just like a no-name brand. Let me look it up. Never heard of it before. Oh, never mind. I think this is like a $200 dress. Well, it's about to be priceless because we're gonna customize it. For now, let's take some pics and do some design and do some floral arrangements. Why is this pencil never charged? Sorry. Is that better? Got our blank canvas. We've got our Mila Note inspo over here. So this is my main inspo. Does that say man inspo? Oh, okay. And this dress is by a brand called Takanaka, and they're based, I think, in London. So the idea, similar to this, is giant exploded floral appliques. However, I want to go fun with the color. I really love this. I love this periwinkle blue mixed with this red. Ooh, it hurts my eyes in a great way. We'll start with that, but I think we'll change it up, you know, throughout. So let's start putting down some shapes and then we can play around with the colors as we see fit. Also, a lot of people ask what drawing tool I use. This is Adobe Fresco. You could use any drawing app you want, or just some paper and a pencil. All right, let's get it on. Okay, I've actually landed somewhere that I was not expecting, and I love this direction even more. This is why we sketch. This is why we ideate, because usually our brains have something cooking in there, even if it might not feel like it does. Here's where we started. Just simple exploded flowers. Kind of ugly, not gonna lie. And then I was like, all right, what if we add a little bit of size difference, some changes to the leaves? And then I thought, instead of just doing flower, what if we did little tiny bouquets tied with ribbon at the bottom? I'm editing this right now and I totally forgot about the ribbon bouquet aspect of it all. Why didn't I do it? I totally forgot. It's a good idea. I will go back and fix it, but you won't see it in this video. So we got some tulips, some daffodils, some generic flower shape. Once our sheets, our fabric, they're not sheets, it's fabric, are dry, we're just gonna start cutting out some patches and making some appliques. This is gonna be so fun. I should do this every day. Isn't it crazy how once you actually start a creative process, you're like, oh, this is fun. At least for me, I've had this project cooking for weeks and I was so excited about it, but then when it finally came time to do it, I kind of get cold feet a little bit. It's like, I've talked about this before, where I get a little daunted when it's a time to start a creative project because I know I'm gonna have to think. I'm gonna have to make decisions. I'm gonna have to put forth an effort. And as sad as that sounds, that can be a little daunting sometimes, especially if you're already struggling with burnout or you're busy in other parts of your life. It's hard to be like, ugh, I have to think about another thing, but I need to remind myself to just start because I know I will have fun doing this. How could I not have fun making a flower dress with floral illustrations? That's kind of the best thing you could ever do, I think. Does anyone else feel that way? Have I never had a unique experience in my entire life? Probably not. But first, let's talk about what you're gonna actually need if you wanna do this project yourself. Base garment. Could be something you already own. Who's to say? Fabric In my case, that's tablecloths, bed sheets, a duvet cover, and a Dermalogica branded towel. Some sort of cutting devices, roto cutter, non-roto cutter, maybe a mark making utensil. This is a water-soluble fabric pen. And then we need tools to stick things together. A sewing machine, pins would be helpful. In my case, we're gonna use a cheat code, and I'm gonna use tacky spray to tack down those appliques before we sew them down. And your big beautiful brain. That's pretty much it. Ah! We gotta change the scenery. I needed more space. What can I say? Everyone say sorry to Gus for taking over the living room for the next couple of days. Sorry, Gus. He doesn't care. First patch done. This turned out better than I even thought it would. So we're gonna call it for the night. I'm gonna go walk my dog and then go do something fun for the evening. What that is, I don't know. But as for you, see you in the morning. Good morning. Oh, that's where I put my coffee. How are things? Are you ready to applique the day away? You better be, because I have a challenge for myself. I'm going to a birthday party tonight, and my challenge is I'm gonna wear this dress to the birthday party, and it's gonna be finished. It's like 9 a.m. I think I can do that. Okay, it's like 9:53. I still think I can do it. I know this lighting's bad, but don't worry, we're not gonna stay here for long because I actually need to tell you something. I've been kinda naughty. Come with me. I bought a rug. Listen, there's this local estate auction website, and I saw this rug and no one had bid on it, and it was so cute, and I thought it would look great in front of one of the sets of doors I have in my house. And guess what? I won. Got this wool rug with a rug pad for 18 bucks. It was a slugfest at the end. We were bidding back and forth, but I really pushed him over the edge with the $18. Let me just, you got it. Come on, look. It's got like a little horse on it and a little flower. You can't hold me accountable for this. Anyone would have done this. Okay. It might be a little big. Maybe it should go in my office. Okay, well, back to the dress. We've gotten somewhere. Also, I got a new mic. It's bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I will say that. I'll put that up there for a second. I mean, does it get much better than this? Yeah, check it. And I was showing this to Gus, and he's like, I like it how it is. Like, I think you can stop. You can stop right there. You don't have to cover it. But I've got the gene where I like to cover things. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a little bit more right there, and we'll call it. I'm so glad I'm using the tacky glue because this would be such a pain to sew on. This cotton, she's premium, but she's like muslin, really thin and kind of stretchy, almost like a baby blanket. So it's hard to sew on without it getting super wrinkly. Thank you, Tacky Spray. You make my life so much easier. So let's cut out a couple last appliques and we'll call it an apple a day. We'll call it an apple a day. An apple a day? Keeps the boring dresses away. Okay. Let's go. My hair looks stupid. Not any stupider than usual. I think we've landed in a good place. But there's one final little detail I want to add, which is centers. Cute little centers to some of the flowers. That final detail is really gonna clench it. So while we cut out some cute starburst shapes, I'll give you a little life update. Maybe you can give me a little life update in the comments. A couple of videos ago, I asked you what you're getting up to for the summer, and it was so fun. Hearing about your vacation plans, school plans, chilling out Max and reading a romance novel plans. All good things. I haven't jumped in a lake or a river in a couple weeks, and that's been a bit distressing for me. So hoping to fix that soon. Potentially most importantly though, I had a thought recently, and that thought was, I knew it looked stupid. That thought was, will a mini trampoline solve all of my problems? Just being able to jump whenever and wherever I desire. The answer was yes. The answer was yes. This is what it's like to be in your 30s with no kids, guys. Really enviable lifestyle, huh? Don't buy one off Amazon though, because I can guarantee you, if you go on Facebook Marketplace, there will be at least 75 for you to choose from, which is exactly what I did. What else? Oh, reading update. I read the sequel to What Moves the Dead. It's called What Something's at Night, not What Moves at Night. So the first book had a mushroom monster. This book has a night-related monster. I don't want to spoil anything. It was fun. I didn't like it as much as the first. It kind of just felt like a Monster of the Week, which is fine. I love you, Techie Spray. Mwah. And you know I'm always wondering what you're reading, if you're liking it, if you recommend it. Do these look like daffodils? Like simplified daffodils? Kinda? A little? Alright. Will admit that I took a break from finishing Our Wives Under the Sea. Amazing story. I mean, I've got nothing against it. It was just kind of a bummer, you know? A tough read, a tough crowd. So I will finish it, promise, after my palette has been thoroughly cleansed. I cut each of these for specific flowers, and now I'm having a hard time remembering which one it was for. This feels right. No, it does not. Ooh, but the book that I just started, I'm really liking so far. Hold on, let's go sew these down and I'll show you. Okay, I feel tiny. This bad boy. I got an advanced copy of The West Passage. I believe this is the debut novel from Jared. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. Pekacek? Jared Pekacek? Sorry if I did it wrong. I did just try and Google how to pronounce this last name, and I couldn't find anything. So I did my due diligence. I just don't know. Anyways, Jared is an illustrator, and also, it turns out, a phenomenal and weird novelist. Look at those deliciously divine ladies. And that's all you need to know. That's what's in here, okay? If that sounds interesting, check it out. Also, there's nuns. So, and as a fellow illustrator, I really enjoy the little chapter headers that are included. Very medieval, very marginalia-esque, which you know I love. But I think the book is out now, or if not, it'll be out like very, very soon. And this beautiful cover art is by Curry Huang. Gorgeous. Okay, sewing machine, this is our last project together. Are you ready? You can do this. Oh, my back! Well, what do we think? Not gonna lie, y'all, with my self-imposed deadline, I was a little worried about getting this bad boy done. But guess what? It's 4 p.m. We have hours before the birthday party. Hours to frolic in this beautiful floral applique dress. Wow. This is exactly what I wanted it to be and more. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deer in my yard to witness it. And like I said at the beginning of the video, yeah, a blank canvas, a simple silhouette is nice, but I'm the kind of person that wants my things to perfectly reflect how I feel on the inside, on the outside, and I feel like I've added a treasure to my collection today. I think what really unlocked it for me was honestly the color palette. The blue stems instead of like your classic green stem. Fun! And we like to have fun here. Gosh, she's staring at me. Should we let him out? I knew you'd say yes. Come on out. Oh, what do you have to say? I Thank you. And this is such a beginner-friendly project, isn't that right? I like to do projects where you don't need to be, a skilled artist to complete it, to feel good about the end result. Anyone can cut out some hearts or some stars or some flowers and stick them on a dress and have a good time. And if you do have the mad skills, you can go as buck wild as you want. This type of expressive styling isn't just for artsy-fartsy gals like me. It's for everybody, if you want. And with that, I'm gonna get out of here. I really appreciate you hanging out with me this week. If you want to hang out again more, feel free to subscribe if you'd like. That makes sure that you get notified when I post my next video. And as always, if you want to hang out with me behind the scenes during the week, you can come over to Instagram at kathleenillustrated. That's where things get a little unhinged, as if this were not unhinged enough. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you next week for some more thrifting. You stinky. And that's what I love about you. Okay, bye.